So the notion of too good at goodbyes came from what for you?
It came from a relationship last year, and just hearing it on the radio the last few days. Actually, I've been living in a bit of a bubble in London with all my music, and this album is the most personal thing I've ever written in my life. And in terms of the songs that are the most personal, Too Good at Goodbyes for me isn't the most personal.
Right.
But then listening to it on the radio the last few days and having it out there, I've realised how personal it actually is.
Yeah.
So what's to come is quite mad. I've really put myself on the line with this one.
But if originally you thought it wasn't the most personal, what then is the most personal, or the one you thought was the most personal?
It's an album track. I'm not allowed to say what it is yet, I don't think, but it's an album track. There's 3 or 4 songs on the record. I just didn't realize what I was saying until it came out, which is weird.
Until it's globally everywhere.
Are they painful for you to sing when you perform them live?
There's one song that I find difficult to sing, but this one I don't. This one's about a relationship. It's more about me than the person.
Yeah.
It's about how I started to grow a bit of a thick skin last year, about relationships.
But I wonder if you do that, because I was listening to those lyrics, if you do develop the thick skin and you're a little bit colder and the tears don't come as fast, does that then create a wall? And sometimes the wall's so big, then it's hard to let somebody in the wall at some point.
Do you know, for me, the thick skin didn't last. I wrote that song like a week before everything ended, so I was kind of gearing myself up for the breakup. I was putting my armor on, and then as soon as it happened, I've realised you can't get away from heartbreak.
Right.
So I still dealt with it, and I softened up massively, which is good. I'll never be hard like that. I don't want to be. I want to be an open wound. It's important.
What's the tempo of the album? Is it different? Are there various rhythms and tempos to the album?
I feel like it's very different as a record. It's way more R&B inspired. I've got Timbaland on the record.
Yeah.
I've got it's bigger. There's more choirs. There's just more to it. The whole record's been recorded on analog tape, which I think just makes it sound crispy and old, and you can hear the crackle, which is important for me. And I just sing in a different way. I feel like it's more grown up. The first record feels like a gin and tonic to me, and this feels like a really strong whiskey.
Oh gosh, what's the next one gonna be?
The next one's gonna be moonshine, Sissy.
Oh my gosh.
That's
or
the
just
direction.
orange juice.